but on the day, too strong mentally, too strong physically, better tactically, better coached. I mean, all of the above?
All of the above. I thought Arsenal were no short of being a disgrace at times. Lack of work rate, a lack of grit, a lack of honesty. When you need to perform in a big game, can you roll your sleeves up and get stuck in? Can you match the work rate of the Willians, the Hazard, Costa, Pedro when he come on? They had far too much legs, and Arsenal just didn't fancy it. They started okay. After 3 or 4 minutes, you thought, oh, okay, let's see what you've got. Yeah. And the more the game went on, it could have literally been 6.
It was like every player on the pitch in a red shirt, it was like an acceptance. They accepted it. They accepted they were getting beat physically. They accepted they were getting passed around. They accepted the desire was better at Chelsea. Not one player in the Arsenal shirt went, right, this is it. Happens no more. Nobody speaks to each other. No, everybody's scared. Everybody tiptoes around and, you okay? Should play some good football.
That's all right, though. It's all right. We'll probably win next week.
Next week's fine. We'll score 4 goals.
We'll still try and have a go at finishing.
It's not good enough. You've got no chance.
The mentality's been set from
You've got no chance. You've got no chance of winning anything, especially the Premier League, with that kind of, it's okay. That
and at the risk of boring our global audience rigid, we've had this conversation so many times. We could have this conversation. Let's say this time last season, we could have the conversation after the game at Old Trafford, where the title was there to be won, to chase Leicester, and they played like this.
But Mark, when no games have been played at the start of the season, and Arsenal are in first position on alphabetical order, and you ask us who's going to contend, we don't even give Arsenal a sniff. Because we know what. No, we don't. Because we know what they're like.
But you're absolutely right. But on the 10th of December, they beat Stoke to go top. So they were top then. Since then, they've lost 4 games. They've lost 2 games back to back. Interestingly, they lost to Everton and City, and obviously Watford and Chelsea. And they drew at Bournemouth. And I was there that day, where their performance was for 70 minutes was just astonishingly dreadful.
But it's not rocket science, Mark. When you look at Arsenal, you go, right, have they got good players? Yes, they have. Is there an argument they've got a couple of world-class players? Yes. So when you match Arsenal up against the majority sides in the Premier League who are inferior, to take rocket science to work out 9 times out of 10 they're going to win. All right, they lost against Watford, but that's just a sort of mini blip, if you like. But you know they've got the quality to beat anyone in the Premier League. But once you start playing the top 5 or 6, the real big boys, the boys that you know are going to change their tactics to do anything they can. I mean, I think there's a stat going around in the last 22 games, away games, they've only won 2 against the top 6.
They haven't won an away game against the other 5 since the game at Man City a couple of years
ago. 2 in 22.
That's shocking.
Yeah.
That is shocking.
Terrific.
You know, when you're a winning team, when you've got a winning mentality, forget the talent. If you haven't got what we call food and drink, if you haven't got the food and drink, which is blood, sweat and tears, in the dressing room, with leaders on top of that, you'll never win the Premier League. You'll never, ever. Man United had it when they were dominating. Liverpool had it when they dominated. About 5 or 6 characters that said, right, and this happens.
The irony is Arsenal have had it under Wenger.
Yeah, they have. But that's why they won it. That's why they were the Invincibles, because they had it. And they had the quality. So what I'm trying to say is if you haven't got the backbone, the quality doesn't mean anything.
No. Mark, how many times have I said to you when Arsene Wenger had the formula? I've been saying this for about 5 years. When he had the formula with the Invincibles to win the league, he decided to rip it up, chuck it in the bin, and try and get diminutive players that'll play more attractive football. And Jose come around, he went, well, I'll have a little bit of that.
Exactly.
Went straight to Chelsea, took the formula, got big, strong players, aggressive players like Drogba and Lampard, who's an absolute genius getting his goals, and all the other superstars they had, because that's what wins your Premier League. Sometimes you just got to dig in.
Every year, Don. Every year it happens. And
I've said it. And sometimes you go away from work and you question yourself, was I right saying that? And I said last year, in my opinion, Arsene Wenger has lost the appetite to win the Premier League. In his mind, as soon as he said top 4's a trophy, that was them done.
Yeah.
Mentality has to change.
Well, it seems to. That it feels like that's the mentality of Arsenal now, isn't it? But look, let's have a look at the goals then, because Arsene Wenger said, I mean, in a way, you can understand why he said it's a foul, because it does look like a foul in many ways, doesn't it? We'll talk about it with Chris Foy in detail later. But it's actually, whether it's a foul or not, it wasn't given, and a desire and the appetite of Alonso to get there first.
So take that away from it, and we'll discuss that with Chris later on.
Yeah.
So you lose a goal and you're 1-0 down.
Yeah.
What you then do is you roll your sleeves up and say, right, characters. Right?
Absolutely.
For the next 20 minutes, will be hard to beat. We'll get Theo Walcott a little bit deeper. We'll get someone a little bit narrower. We'll get Bellerin and Monreal a little bit more central, so there's no gaps. And then we give the manager a chance to deliver a team talk at half-time. Not Arsenal. We'll just go out and play our pretty football. We'll try and get Mesut Ozil on the ball and Sanchez, and we'll try and get our decent players. And hopefully, hopefully they might just create something. And that's
That's
why
what
you
they
look
do.
at them and just
They
think,
do.
it's not right.
That's what they do. They hope to create things. They don't make things happen enough. Arsenal. Everything's a word that's used with Arsenal. They play some nice football. Nice is going to win you nothing. Nice football. It's not going to take you anywhere.
Liverpool-Chelsea last week, right? You could name Antonio Conte's starting 10, and you've got a decision whether you go Pedro or Willian.
Yeah.
Pedro was on fire,
Yeah.
right? He dropped him for the Liverpool game and played Willian.
Yeah.
And you're thinking, oh, that's a little bit
What are you
off.
doing that for?
Yeah.
But you know why he's doing it, because he wants legs and a bit more power.
But this goes as we want to have a look at Theo Walcott's part in that first goal, because this again takes us to another argument that we have all the time about Arsenal is there ever any sanction or recrimination for anybody, including the manager, for doing badly?
But you've got to see where
What's the
Alonso's the
reaction?
3 at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, there's Alonso's number 3. Now watch Walcott.
Why not help your mate?
Yeah.
Why not help
Well, him
Bellerin?
and Coquelin. And we did this a few weeks ago,
Juan
of course, in
Mata.
the autumn. Juan Mata at Old Trafford
Right.
again.
So
And
Theo can see him.
Yeah.
So why not bust the gut?
Yeah.
And it's not really busting the gut, Mark. It's being honest.
Yeah.
If you're playing it in midfield, and I include the wingers as being midfield players,
Yeah.
you have to track back. You have to spot the danger and go, my responsibility is, on this occasion, I need to become a body that gets closer to Juan Mata.
But my question is, we may be wrong here. I have to say we may be wrong, but you don't get the feeling that Walcott is dragged into Wenger's office, shown the Man United one, and said that never happens again.
No.
You feel like if you felt like, I don't know, if Pedro did that,
Yes.
Conte would say, you do that again, you're out the team.
Yeah.
That's as much a part of your job as creating the other end.
Firstly, Walcott, I think is underachieved so far for me, because I think he's got so much talent. Doesn't really like doing the work going backwards. Tony Adams, Martin Keown, Gary Pallister, Rio Ferdinand, Vidic, any centre half
John
of
Terry.
that calibre,
Yeah.
John Terry, anybody would have actually grabbed him by the throat and said, listen, we are working our socks off here. You've got to do your job. And that would never have happened again. What Arsenal player have said that to Theo? Said, right, hey, come on.
And that's all part of the problem, all part of the circle.
Winning teams.
Because Koscielny's a very good player, but he doesn't feel like he's that sort of player to say, oi, the manager on the pitch, if you like, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't feel
And,
like there
we
is a
get it all the
manager on
time
the
as well.
pitch.
We get it all the time. Oh, you old school and you old school. But it's not being old school.
Yeah.
This is food and drink to be a footballer.
Yes.
Work hard.
Yeah.
Help your teammates out.
Yeah.
If he can't do it, help him out.
We're all
do
in it
something.
together. Yeah.
Play your part. You're in it together to win the game. And it's not been happening for Arsenal, especially not the weekend.
Hazard's goal. That feels like every time we talk about how well Chelsea are, all we're looking at is an Arsenal mistake. It's a wonderful goal.
Brilliant goal.
But there are
So many mistakes.
There's so many mistakes.
So many mistakes. So Koscielny loses the header.
Yeah.
Should maybe do a little bit more. Now Coquelin, instead of trying to nick the ball here, has to be more honest and run back with Eden Hazard. He bounces him off. Koscielny's then showed him his shirt number. Maybe Petr Cech could have stayed on his line, but I'm being hypercritical on the goalkeeper there. What I will say from Hazard's point of view, great goal.
Yeah.
But if you're Steve Bold and you're looking at this, you must be thinking, at any given time, this goal could have been stopped.
Yes.
50 yards up the pitch.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you watch this, I'm gonna ask him to show that again, right?
Yeah, okay.
Can you show that again?
Right from the beginning.
Just show it from the beginning again. And
Yeah.
there's 3 occasions, possibly 4 occasions, before he gets in the box where this could have been stopped quite easily, because what they've done is they've sort of ran along. The first one is you can just see him finishing now, but when he gets the ball in his own half, I think it might be.
So that's one.
That's the second one.
That's the second one. Yeah.
That's the second one.
Now go to the ball. What you don't do if you're Koscielny is back off into your 18-yard box.
And did you notice that Monreal ran past Ozil to try and get to the ball?
Yeah.
He ran past Ozil, and Ozil was 20 yards further back than him. You've got no chance if your superstars aren't going to work hard. Don't play your superstars.
No. And you know, when you were at Old Trafford, and we always heard Manchester United, the best team in the league.
Here we go.
Here we go. So count them out for us.
Here we go. First one there.
One.
Look at Ozil.
Second one here. Look at Ozil. Look where Ozil is.
Look at Ozil.
Watch Monreal. Watch him look.
Yeah.
Look at him.
3
that
there.
is embarrassing.
Possibly 4 there. Yeah.
That is embarrassing.
Yeah.
How Mesut Ozil can have a 4-yard start on Monreal and he overtakes him.
But you've got to look at this. Look at this picture here. Look where Monreal is. Goes past Ozil.
Yeah.
Yellow boots, Monreal.
On his way back in, gets into the box there, gets close to Hazard. Great, it's a great goal. Let's not take it away. It's a great goal. But why isn't Monreal got Ozil round the phone and say, hold on a minute, why am I running past you?
I'll tell you why, though. Because Arsene Wenger's already come out and said, It's all right. It's not Mesut Ozil's game to track back.
Does he have to go back?
No,
I see.
It's not his game.
It's in his contract.
It's not his game to track back. Ridiculous. Don't make a tackle
The
if
simple
it's not your
things.
game, but run back and be an extra body. Because it's another body that Hazard has to take on.
Well, you have to ask a deeper question. If it's not your game, this is English football, this is a physical game. Is it your league?
Right, but then...
Is it your league?
But then if you're the manager...
Yeah.
If you know this, because we all know this, and everyone around
Don't
the
play
world
him in a
knows
game
it,
like this.
don't play him in a game like this, because that was my point before about Pedro and Willian.
Yeah.
Take him out the side.
The other thing you were talking about was Coquelin there. Look, we love watching skill, and it's a great goal. But Matic, in the same situation, takes a yellow card for the team, doesn't he?
Yeah, people around the world won't like it, and they'll go, you're picking bones here, Don. It's not. You're giving a foul away because you're stopping the momentum of Danny Welbeck, and you're getting your whole team back into shape so you can reset and go again, rather than Danny Welbeck running away and potentially getting a shot away on target.
It's seeing what it is.
Clever.
It's seeing the danger. It's knowing that your team aren't set ready for this attack against you. So you just give him a little nudge. You don't hurt him. You don't do anything dirty.
Yeah.
Pull his shirt if you have to. Yeah. Pull his shirt. Push him out of play. Do something, and then the attack's over. Yeah. That's what he's done.
That's what Jose meant when he meant dark arts. It's little things. It's just being a little bit street smart.
Yep.
Give a foul away so I can get back in
Didn't
that
have to
position.
play that well, did they, Chelsea, to win it, actually, did they?
No, I mean...
They weren't pushed that
To be fair
hard.
to Arsenal, they had a few chances, Arsenal. They did have a few
So did
chances.
Chelsea, though.
No, they did, but Chelsea were better. What I'm trying to say is Arsenal had a few chances.
Yeah.
Arsenal gave it a half a go.
Yep.
Chelsea were too good in every department.
We've got a couple of examples of Ozil
No,
probably needing to have a shower
Don't
after
watch,
the game,
don't
but not
watch,
really
don't
busting a
watch.
gut.
Right.
So free kick swat.
I mean, look at the Chelsea players in and around the centre circle. How many players are trying to get back for Arsenal? And how many are showing real desire to get back in? Look at Mesut Ozil here. Just had a beam of light in him there. He's got Kante, you can see him. Does he want to track Kante back? No. I'll put a semi sort of jog on. Does he want to come out to Victor Moses? No, I'll leave that to Monreal. Now this bit here is the worst example I've ever saw of Sanchez and Mesut
Look at
Ozil.
Sanchez's reaction as well. Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to dig him out because honestly, I do it every single week, and I feel as though I'm victimising Mesut Ozil. It's not. It's just because when the ball's at his feet, what he's turning into, Mesut Ozil, and I said it about Dimitri Payet, he's turning into a free kick taker and a corner kick taker.
Yeah.
I don't see him participate in a game.
As good as
He might have the odd flash. He might get the assist when he puts a cross in, someone scores. But how does he affect the football match?
as good as a player is, if you're not willing to work as hard as everybody else, you become a liability. Then you become a weak link. And then teams know that you're a weak link, so they throw the ball to the player next to you because you're not going to track
Because
back.
you're not going to track him back.
So effectively, out of possession, Arsenal are playing with 10 men.
Yeah.
Let's compare him with Kante, who is absolutely the reverse. Because Kante hasn't got Ozil's skill, but why? He's got the desire and the work rate, hasn't he?
Mark, he's made more interceptions in the last 3 years than anyone in the Premier League, and he's only been here a year and a half.
Yeah. That's what he That's what he wanted up his sleeve.
He's an absolute rock.
Yep.
He was against Liverpool. He's clever. I mean, listen, he had so much room to operate in, but
This is the other one where Wenger leaves people perplexed because he said, we couldn't afford him because Chelsea presumably paid too much money. No, okay, let's just give him that one. But what about the season before?
That's what I was going to say when he was at Cannes.
Yeah.
And they paid £5.5 million
Exactly.
for him.
So that doesn't make any sense at all, does it?
Rubbish.
That doesn't make any
Lost
sense.
track of how many managers say, I tried to sign this particular player. Rubbish.
Yeah, there he is. Look, I love that. Which anchorman do you prefer? There's
dear.
Ron Burgundy.
Brilliant. That's brilliant.
There's all Will, isn't it?
He's like a little mascot, isn't he?
Yeah.
But he's just...
Well, you know the story when he turned up at the start of last season at Leicester, and he turned up the King Power, and they sort of said, "Where's everyone training?" The gateman thought,
Who's this?
he thought, I don't know, is it a new youth team player? I have no idea who he is.
No.
He's arguably one of the main men of last season.
Is he going to be the
season.
catalyst for Chelsea as he was last year for
Definitely.
Leicester?
100%.
Got to win the Premier League back-to-back with two different
All right, very briefly. I mean, Chelsea doing brilliantly. Where does this leave Wenger? This is live, by the way. This is not last week's programme. All the week before.
All last season.
I tell you where it leaves him. He'll still be there next season. And we'll still have this conversation. Because I'll ask you a question. If Antonio Conte or Simeone, and you might mention another, 3 or 4 managers around, would they, Unai Emery at PSG, would they do a better job than Arsene Wenger at Arsenal? And unfortunately, the answer is yes.
I think.
Now, he's been brilliant.
No, he has.
He's been brilliant. But I don't know if he's got the stomach for the fight anymore.
I think Mr. Wenger's got everything you need to have as a manager. but I just don't think he's got that aggression. Is he going to really hold people accountable for not running back and not jumping in the wall and not taking it in the face to save a 1-0 win? Has he got that? I don't think he has. When he had the players in his squad that would do it for him, that's when he was successful. But now he hasn't.
See how Jurgen Klopp speaks? That's a whole new debate. But if Arsene Wenger comes out after that game, instead of being nicey, and he turns around and says, that was an utter shambles, some of these players will not be at my football club next season. Now you go, hang on. Yeah, but now we go, hang on.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just same old, same old.
Okay, let's go to the Sunday afternoon game. Leicester City, the champions, in real trouble now after being hammered by